All right, we're going to watch Penny's butterfly from the side here underwater. So here's the first thing I want to kind of show you, Penny. As you're starting your stroke, I want you to look at where your hands are, and look at where your hands are. So I'm sorry, look where your feet are, and look where your hands are. And you're making a complete and total arrow with your hips straight up. All right. When you're swimming butterfly, you really want to be more with your feet here, your head here. All right. As you get closer, I'm going to show you where we really want to see what your position looks like in butterfly. All right. So here's the interesting part of your breathing, right? So here comes a breath right here. Look where your hands are. Hands are out of the water. You get that breath. Okay. So that's a late breath, and it's kind of late getting your head in. But then what happens here is all of a sudden you do a second breath really, really good. So you breathe late on the first, but you breathe correctly on the second. Maybe what we need to work on a little bit is you trying to breathe every single stroke, and maybe that will help get your breathing correct. So let's think about that, and let's really think about that next time we see you at practice, about breathing every single stroke, and just see if it makes a difference, because that's interesting to me how it looks. Now the other thing I like is we're not quite as deep, but you can still see here, hips and legs here, hands here, so it's a little bit of an inverted triangle, okay? So by inverted triangle, I mean you get here, here, and then you create it. You've got a triangle going the wrong direction. All right, there's a power triangle in butterfly that's really, really important. We want to see everybody have. And it's right, I hope you're paying attention where you're breathing. It's kind of right here, all right? So what you really want to do is as you're going through, and you can see that your hands start to enter here, right? Your hands are here, then here are your shoulders, your head, and your chest, and then here are your hips. So you don't really have much power there, much triangle, right? What you really want to do with your butterfly is this. You want to see your hands be right here, and then your head and your chest right where they are, which is perfect, and then your hips right where they are, which is perfect. And then all of a sudden you've got this perfect power triangle with your butterfly, which is how we really want to swim fly. So while you sometimes are the other direction, you're going this way here, right? Make sure you get this direction here. Like that star. This is the correct one. All right? So work on that hand position all the way through. Head position looks good. All right. Last stroke in the wall where you're kind of taking a breath. You can see, again, how low your feet are, how low your hands are. Okay? So that's way too much movement down. It's almost more of a dolphin dive than butterfly. So let's make sure we're working on that. Now, as we get into our stroke, here's our last stroke. As we get ready to do our turn. I mean, your eyes were forward, your head was forward. You were ready to lift your head, you just didn't do it. Now you start to get that breath here as you're hitting the wall. So don't breathe last stroke in the wall, all right? Please. Now that's a perfect hand position, though. Penny, pretend the wall's in front of you all the time. That's really good. I like that. All right, as we get to our turn, you guys see here, you got your elbow on that wall. Don't let that arm pull you in quite so much. But as you start to bring your feet, that's a great foot position here. You got your legs stacked. This arm's already off. This hand's about to leave the wall. All of that is perfect, Penny. So good. I like how you rotate your feet in the wall. You did a good job. Your knees are facing up. Your knees and your toes are more over here. But your feet and knees are facing the exact right direction you need to be. So that's awesome. All right, so here's your arms. Here's your arms, right? You want your arms to be more like this and this. So you got to straighten out your arms and get that streamline so you don't have quite so much space in between your head there. You got to see here, you got a lot of room with your butterfly. You're not really stacked hands. Good job of waiting on your kicks, but you just got to work it. 1, 2. So that was better. You had 2 kicks, 3 kicks as you get that first breath on that stroke. Don't do the first breath. But 3 kicks was better than we saw earlier, which was 1. So thumbs up there. Penny, keep working on your fly, and please keep working the breathing early. I think if you breathe early, your fly all of a sudden is going to get a lot stronger because you're going to have it in the right position. Thanks, Penny.